The inaugural Bob Johnson Classic is going to get underway tomorrow at Lord Botetourt High School. I'm talking to the head coach of the Cavaliers and former Emory alum, Andrew Hart. You had kind of one of the brainchild, I'll call you one of the brain children behind this idea. Talk about why this idea has come to fruition.
There was a couple guys we thought about it for a while, and then I talked to actually one of your guys there, Paul Redgate, 2 springs ago, and we just kind of discussed having a couple games against each other within about 4 teams or so, and after we started looking at it, I started pitching the idea of how many teams could we actually get. Started reaching out to people and seeing who else would want to make the trip down here and meet in Roanoke and bring their teams and play. And then the next thing we know, it turned into, the event that we're going to have this weekend. So it was pretty cool how it came together. The biggest and best thing was that nobody even hesitated. None of the coaches that are coming to play this weekend really even hesitated when asked. Some of them are coming from 3+ hours away, and it wasn't even a second thought after we pitched the idea and talked about what we were really trying to accomplish and what we were trying to recognize. So that was really cool, and that just, to me, speaks volumes of how all the coaches feel about Emory and Henry and how all the coaches feel about their time playing, coaching, being around Coach Johnson.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but out of all these teams, everybody, I think except for maybe one, has all head coaches played under Coach Johnson?
Yes, that is correct. Salem High School is the only one, which ironically is head coached by a Hampden-Sydney graduate, which was not, Coach Johnson's favorite school. But
right.
But Kevin Garst is a coach there. He's an absolutely phenomenal guy, and his one of his assistants is Hank Luton, and Hank is well known in the Roanoke area, and he was one of my college teammates at Emory and Henry.
Are there any expectations other than just to get everybody together that played for Coach Johnson and have a great classic, or has there even been looked at if this goes well down the road, who knows what we could do going forward with this?
Yeah, the ultimate goal is, and this is a little bit down the road, we're really just trying to see how it goes this year. What our fan attendance is like. I've been kind of dealing with all the stuff behind the scenes, but my goal is, in organizing it, is to create a scholarship fund under Coach Johnson's name to reward, someone from one of the schools that are participating going to Emory and Henry to help them out a little bit and to honor Coach Johnson. So that's our goal. We're going to see what type of fundraising we end up making and doing here, and so hopefully it's something that we can continue to do and maybe even add another element of fundraising throughout the year for the exact same, end game or reason.
Oh, have you put your coach hat on for a minute, because this is obviously a non-district fair for you guys tomorrow. What do you want your team to take away from tomorrow?
The main thing, obviously we will talk to them briefly about the event and kind of why it's put on, and I think it will be really cool for them just to see what playing basketball at the next level, or what basketball in general can do for you, and what kind of network it can create, what kind of community it can create, and friendships, lifelong friendships. So I think that will be good for them to see, and maybe good for them, to hear each of the coaches just mention that to them and tell them why they're playing in this particular event, and just see the community aspect that the Emory and Henry family is going to bring to the Lord Botetourt High School gym tomorrow. As far as X's and O's and basketball stuff, I think everybody's probably playing tonight. I know we're playing tonight, and we have a big district game tonight. So our focus really isn't on winning or losing. We'll get to that, tomorrow and do the best we can during the game. But, the focus is just more on bringing everybody together and honoring what Coach Johnson kind of did for each of us in some in more direct ways than others.